parti, on va refaire notre rapport à Kokomi. On a de la chance qu'il y a un point de TP juste à côté. Hein. Parce que même ce serait pénible pour moi en fait de revenir toutes les 5 secondes en volant. Déjà on va faire un truc. Voilà, c'est mieux. Oh Goro, il est revenu.
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms? I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet. Kokomi, Goro, what's going on? Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
Voilà, c'est ça, c'est pour ça qu'il a les cheveux gris, t'es payé.
Some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them. So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons? Most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Oh non!
Do you know something about this?
C'est un œil maléfique, Fatui.
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui? But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. I just hope we'll be in time to save them. Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with symptoms...
T'es paye.
No! Surely he can't have... let's go check on him.
Cherchez tes payes. Vite, 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 vite. Vite, vite, vite. Faut aller chercher tes payes. Faut aller lui enlever son œil de Fatui maléfique là. Vite, vite, vite. Ah, parce que tes payes là, il était déjà pas bien tout à l'heure alors. J'imagine même pas maintenant quoi. Ah, ça c'est Hiroshi, il est où tes payes? Ah, je l'avais pas vu, bah ça y est, je l'ai trouvé. Voilà, il est là. Il est là, l'électroculus que je cherchais depuis tout à l'heure. Alors, tes payes. C'est pas ça. Où es-tu tes payes? Non, ça c'est Raku. Je vous ai épargné le tracteur qui passait. Il est où tes payes? Tes payes. On va peut-être poser la question aux gardes, ils doivent le savoir, non? Non. Tes payes, il est où? Où est tes payes? Ah, il est là. Pardon.
Oh. Hey guys. What are you doing here? Just a moment.
Il a de plus en plus les cheveux blancs.
It's weird. I don't know where all my strength's gone.
Tepei. Vous devez tout nous dire.
Oh, right, yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details. Well,
Mais c'est
I
pas
made a
ça qu'on
lot
veut
of
savoir,
great
Tepei.
contributions to the war effort lately. Fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my comrades from an ambush. Things I never would have dreamed I could do when you first met me. If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resistance. Wait a sec. Where's my secret weapon gone?
Quand avez-vous commencé à l'utiliser?
It wasn't long after you were made captain of Swordfish 2. I met these mysterious people. Said they were with our supporters. They gave it to me and said that as long as I have the will to become stronger, his secret weapon will answer my call. It's just like a vision, isn't it? Of course, I've never used a vision, so I wouldn't know the difference.
C'est un œil maléfique.
Delusion. Oh God. That doesn't sound very good. So, what's the difference between a delusion and a vision?
Un œil maléfique draine la force vitale de son utilisateur.
Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising that a mysterious weapon of unknown origins would come with its risks. I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and I have this strange sense of dread. At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. Didn't think anything of it. But today, I got back and suddenly my vision was going blurry.
Bah oui, tu deviens vieux.
This is a real shame. There I was, thinking I was catching up with you. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, would you do something?
Wow, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ouais, attendez, je reviens.
Do something for me?
Voilà, c'est bon. C'était un petit bug.
When our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here, and we can change together. What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be bright as rain. Bright as rain, I tell you. As soon as I've rested up.
Pepe.
Les fatui.
Hey, where are you going? Hey!
On va se venger. On va les tuer, les fatui. Méchants fatui.
And if there's one dish that fits the bill, it's blackback perch stew. Come on, let's pay a visit to One Min Restaurant. How's Tepe's condition?
Son état s'est soudainement détérioré.
I have put out the order to cease all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been less fortunate.
Il y a un panorama
Your
là-bas
Excellency,
derrière.
I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
Okay, I'll leave you to deal with the situation. I have to get to the front line. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling to recover, it could well undo everything we have achieved so far. What are your thoughts?
Je vais aller affronter les fatui directement.
No, it's too dangerous.
Oh,
The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Ina's Limitless borders.
Mais c'est trop facile de les tuer, les fatui. On a déjà tué plusieurs.
Had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. They can't have done it without local support. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded. It's dangerous to go alone. At least take some troops with you.
On n'a pas le temps.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. Let me think. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure the supply of raw materials. Not many places meet these criteria, and if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the southwest of Yashiori Island. I'm not going to stop you, but please, be careful. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Mais on va pas mourir. Attends, on en a vu des vertes et des pas mûres, hein. On y va.
You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Tu nous suis, Paimon, et tu réfléchis pas. Voilà. Alors, c'est parti. On va à la fabrique. Avant d'aller à la fabrique, j'ai vu un panorama. Voilà. On prend le panorama. Ah, j'ai pas de point de TP directement. Ah bah je vais être obligé d'y aller comme ça. Parce que j'ai pas trouvé le temple. J'ai pas trouvé où il était.
No purer form of water than rain. It can aid us greatly in the purging of evil.
Hop, on y va. De toute façon, c'est pas loin. Hein. Attention aux éclairs. La musique est super belle. Hein. Attendez, j'ai vu quelque chose là. Ah non, finalement, il n'y avait rien. Ok. Là. Fabrique Dieu divin. Alors, du coup, c'est un temple. Niveau d'équipe recommandée 69, bah, ouais, largement. On ne peut pas laisser les yeux maléfiques proliférer de la sorte à Inazuma. Il vous est impossible de rester les bras croisés devant tant de souffrance. Ah bah oui, bah moi aussi, hein. Moi je serais pareil, hein. Moi je serais pareil que mon personnage que j'ai. Enfin, que notre personnage. Je pourrais pas laisser faire ça, hein. C'est... je peux pas. On peut pas laisser faire ça en fait. C'est pas possible. Laisser vieillir des gens avec des yeux maléfiques. Non merci. Hein. On va défoncer du fatui. Allez, pendant la résurrection activée. Ouh, ça me paraît un peu... Un peu électrisé quoi. Waouh! Ah ouais d'accord. D'accord, on a carrément des trucs qui nous tombent du plafond. Ah oui d'accord, ok j'ai compris.
From whence you came. You can't run. Well, don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. This was well done. Looks like I submit for judgment. Curb your fury.
Ready, steady, go!
Mais je suis très concentrée. Hein.
Swift and merciful.
On va faire un truc.
Go, Barbara, go! Ow, ouchie! Oh, protect us!
Forth, my blade. Spirit blade. Attack.
Ça permet de lui faire plus de dégâts. Comment on y va? On défonce le truc? Ah oui. D'accord. Aussi radical que ça. On regarde bien autour de nous.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Now, where have we seen that before? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure Commission are...
Wow.
We've only just begun.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
A touch of frost.
Over here.
This was well done.
Elle est où? Elle est là. Elle est là, ça retrouve. Parce que elle va nous faire extrêmement chier, vous savez pourquoi? Parce que comme c'est une mage, évidemment, elle va nous faire chier. Qu'est-ce qu'elle fout là-haut? Bon bah attendez, voilà, on va tirer dessus, ça va aller plus vite. Donc on va l'attendre d'ici. Voilà, c'est fait.
A touch of frost.
On récupère le coffre. L'issue de la guerre civile à Inazuma est incertaine, puis elle dure, et plus la situation nous est favorable. Pour augmenter la demande d'œil divin chez l'armée de la résistance, il faut instiller le conflit et entretenir la volonté de poursuivre cette guerre dans les deux camps. Que tous les camarades disposés assistent Nathan, le deuxième lieutenant du vaisseau, dans ses efforts pour saper les espoirs d'une victoire rapide chez la résistance de Sogonomiya. En cas d'accident, aidez-le à s'enfuir et faites taire tous ceux qui portent et qui pourraient dévoiler l'implication des Fatui, quel que soit le camp. Cette mission est d'une importance capitale pour garantir notre approvisionnement en yeux divins. Ne l'oubliez pas. Allez, salaud. Allez, salaud. Ça brille, je sais pas pourquoi. Ouf. Regardez s'il n'y avait pas de coffre. Alors, je vois pas comment je vais y réussir à... Ah oui, d'accord. Faut que je monte sur celui-là. Bon bah tant pis. Alors ça, là ça va être très compliqué. Hein. J'ai pas l'habitude de faire du plateforme comme ça sur Genshin. Il va falloir encore faire gaffe. On va se soigner. Je suppose qu'il faut redescendre. Ouvrir la porte. Wow.
Do not let them impede the work of the harbingers. You'll never get out of here alive.
Spirit Blade, attack!
I'm gonna sweat. Looks like I was too far.
A touch of frost.
Je sais, là je parle pas beaucoup durant les combats, mais bon, c'est très important que je me concentre durant les combats pour pas me faire avoir quoi. Et lui, ça va être facile, il est haut, donc forcément, comme il peut plus soigner personne, il sert à que dalle. Vu que j'ai tué ses potes avant. Allez. Ça c'est le vieux chien que vous entendez derrière.
Don't be intimidated. Lord Harbinger will be here soon.
A touch of frost. Submit for judgment.
Puis je le bute.
Swift and merciful.
Pertinent fool, be gone.
Chercher la personne qui supervise
You
les lieux. Il y
actually
a marqué.
managed to find this place. Congratulations.
Alors c'est pas Scaramuccia, mais c'est pas grave. C'est Scarmouche, hein, mais je crois qu'il y en a qui ont un peu
Barely 2 words
bouffé le
in,
truc.
and you already look like you want me dead.
Alors, on l'a déjà rencontré, je tiens à dire. Pour ceux qui étaient avec moi en live il y a un petit moment de ça, quand il y avait la quête de Fischl, on l'a déjà rencontré, voilà. Vous fournissez des yeux divins à la résistance.
Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. You've changed. You're getting weak.
Bah non, justement, c'est ce qui fait notre force.
This is nothing.
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world. Trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time, but each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause. Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the funny side.
Ne vous avisez pas de vous moquer de tes payes.
Hey, calm down! No!
Cinématique.
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening?
Ah, Yaé, elle vient nous aider. Ah, moi, je suis d'accord. Hein. Vas-y, Yaé, aide-nous. Détruis Scarmouche. Le chargement très long. Ouais, les chargements de cinématiques, par contre, ils sont très longs. Très très long. Deux millions d'années plus tard.
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Ah d'accord, c'est ce qu'on avait vu dans la... Alors je sais pas si vous aviez vu le trailer. C'était le trailer sur sur Yae, en fait, elle disait ça. Voilà. Et on comprenait pas pourquoi, et en fait, bah maintenant on sait.
Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there. Miko? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you? Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please. Paimon didn't quite follow. Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Comment m'avez-vous sauvé de Scarmouche?
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs. What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle Yae.
I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they?
Oui.
You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Sangonamiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes. A hindrance? Should you
Elle est trop sympa, Yae.
saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine? Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me.
De quoi vous avez besoin?
You've met her, right?
Vous voulez dire la Shogun Raiden?
I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes?
Dans cet endroit bizarre?
Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A. Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony
What?
was just a puppet, and the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Il y avait des différences subtiles.
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances. So, that place that she carved open with her sword... The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind.
A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity.
Zongli avait également mentionné l'érosion.
You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liu as Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhongli was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss.
Je ne suis toujours pas sûre de ce que vous voulez que je fasse.
The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits.
J'ai encore une question.
Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not disappoint me after all.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Ça a coupé sa phrase. On en parle. Un espoir de courte durée. Ok. Donc, on résume. On va faire un entraînement. Il va quand même devoir combattre la Shogun Raiden dans son monde. Aïe aïe aïe. Moi je le sens pas. Hein. Moi je sais pas vous, mais je le sens pas du tout. Déjà qu'on s'est pratiquement fait défoncer la dernière fois. Donne pas cher de notre peau la deuxième fois. Hein. Chargement de l'infini. Ah c'est bon. Hop. Parce que j'ai pas de TP proche, donc je suis obligée d'aller par là. Hop. Allez, on est obligé de passer par la rivière de toute façon. On se demande comment elle fait pour aller aussi vite, d'ailleurs.
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, her skills have declined. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter strategy. That should be a big help, don't you think? The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
Bon. Bon, on va aller s'entraîner avec le mécanisme. Je suis à 39% de batterie. Je vérifie mon pourcentage de batterie parce que j'ai pas envie que ça coupe l'enregistrement. Alors, activer le défi final, commencer le défi. Bah non, commencer le défi. On va pas activer le défi final tout de suite. Ah! Ah, parce que c'est lui qu'il faut que je le tape. Ne faites pas toucher par une technique ultime. Ah, faut que je reçoive des coups en fait. D'accord. Voilà. Défi échoué. Comment ça, défi échoué? Mais comment je le... comment je le combats, moi? Je sais même pas comment on combat ce truc. Non mais en fait, faut pas se faire toucher, quoi. Mais je me fais toucher forcément. C'est n'importe quoi. Aïe. Aïe. Mais comment tu vas anticiper ça? Mais forcément je me fais toucher. C'est pas juste. Mais... J'y arriverai jamais à ce truc, hein. J'arrive pas à anticiper son truc. J'y arrive pas. Je sais pas comment ça fonctionne ce machin, mais j'y comprends rien. Anticiper les coups de Shogun Raiden, mais je veux bien, mais attends, c'est pas facile, c'est marrant. Ça se voit que c'est pas Yae qui le fait, hein. Bon, on va activer le défi final, hein, ça va aller plus vite. Aïe. Là, c'est foutu. Ouais, je me suis déjà fait toucher 3 fois. Mais attends, mais c'est quoi cette merde? Bah, je me suis déjà fait toucher. Putain, mais 2 fois, quoi. Ah, putain, mais 3 fois! Bordel! Mais arrêtez de me toucher!